Blue Goo Volcano. Must be that.
Definitely that one. And it is.
Neapolitan. Must be this.
Yeah. Yep. It's a brisk day today.
Sure is.
Finally.
In LeRoy, New York.
That's right. AKA LeRoy, New York. Depends on who you're talking to. I've heard it both ways. Where
are we? Just outside of Rochester?
We are.
Between Rochester and Buffalo, I'd say.
Yep.
Little town with the Museum of Jell-O.
That's right.
Who would have thought?
That's right. Its claim to fame is this is where Jell-O was invented.
I wonder if we can try a bunch of different flavors of Jell-O.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be fun if they had like a Jell-O shot bar. Ideas.
We'll find out.
Ideas for the future. But we're here. We're going to go to the Jell-Ogallery. It's located behind the LeRoy house, which is where the founder of the town, I guess, lived. I should know more history, but as always, we don't look anything up before we get anywhere. So.
Do they still make Jell-O here?
They do not still make Jell-O here. Actually, I think someone's trying to turn the Jell-O factory into like a brewery.
Oh, okay.
But it was manufactured here for many years.
We'll find out here in a little bit.
Yeah. Entrance.
I thought it was pretty good.
All right, so this is the LeRoy house.
So this is not the museum?
No, this is like the Historical Society.
Okay, so where's the museum then for Jell-O?
Well,
This isn't it.
Follow the Jell-O brick road.
Oh, I see it. It's in the back there. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you find the LeRoy house, behind it is the Jell-O Museum. Okay. There's parking back here.
Oh, okay. I think there's also a baseball diamond back here too, for a little league.
Oh, look at this. I wonder how you get your names in there.
Oh, I don't know. Very nice little walkway back here.
Yeah.
We headed up the stairs and into the museum, and somehow I didn't get any footage of the gift shop, which is the first thing you walk into, and they have really incredible stuff. But you head downstairs to the first display, which is actually not about Jell-O, but was still really cool to see.
So is this actually a historical society building?
It is owned by the Historical Society, yes. All right, we're in the basement. We are here for the transportation exhibit.
Certified salt from LeRoy.
What is it?
LeRoy salt.
Oh, look at that.
Who would have known?
Oh, here, these must be insulators from Lap Insulator. Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Another factory in town. They had a dairy. Elm Dairy. I think it's interesting. Everywhere you go, if there's a milk display, they fill the bottles with little tiny styrofoam balls.
Lasts forever.
This is just some medicine.
Oh, made here in LeRoy?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Proprietary medicines manufactured here. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. Blood, liver medicine.
Knock a cold pill.
Throat and lungs medicine.
Mustarine. Doctor bag. This is some pretty cool stuff down here. Oh, look, this looks like a waffle maker or something. It's a giant barrel that says Jell-O division.
Need a bicycle?
I do. Wow. Yeah. I honestly don't know how people could ride those.
I don't know either. You stop pedaling and that's it. You're done.
How do you get on and off?
I don't know. Jump off. That's your step right there.
Huh.
That's probably your step to sit up there.
I mean, that is almost as tall as that man.
Yeah, that used to be probably common.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. He was a bicycle racer. That's his bike that he raced in.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
Oh, there's a tire remover too.
A little different than what we use.
Invented in LeRoy. LeRoy tire remover.
Wow. Who knew? Downstairs had a lot of different displays about products and things that were made in LeRoy. And also there were cool old cars like this old 1908 Cadillac. And then there was this replica of a horse-drawn carriage that would have been used, I think they said, for deliveries, but this one was just used for horse shows and then was donated to the museum. It was really beautiful.
So this isn't just a Jell-O museum. This is a history museum also, kind of combined.
Yeah, so this is, kind of the history of LeRoy downstairs. And then Jell-O upstairs. Look at how beautiful this old sleigh is.
Yeah, no. Man, you don't see anything like that anymore.
Wow, no. It's kind of reminds me of the guideboats.
Yeah, it
like
sure
how
does.
well it's made.
Yeah.
And just kind of the shape and design.
It's like the town right here. A couple churches.
Oh yeah, it sure does.
Maybe that's a school
The college?
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it used to have Ingham University, the first women's college, used to be on the corner. They call this the transportation display downstairs, and I understand why, because of all of these carriages and cars and wagons and sleighs. I joked that this one looked like something you might have seen on the Oregon Trail. But really, John is right, and it is a history of LeRoy, and it was really cool to get to see all of this old stuff and to learn more about the history of the town.
Here's the town way back when. There's a hardware store, a bakery.
So this is like really old.
Yeah, horse and buggy.
This is, wow, interesting. And then it was on to the main event, the jell-ogallery. These were some paintings in there that I was obsessed with. I cannot believe people are not painting Jell-O molds like they used to. It is a shame. We did have a staff member tell us about the history of Jell-O and some really interesting facts, so I highly recommend you sit there and have the presentation before walking through the Jell-O Museum. I'll tell you some of the interesting things, but not everything. Oh, look at this. Jell-O 1, 2, 3. I missed that. Coffee Jell-O. Seasoned tomato Jell-O. So Jell-O was invented by a man named Pearl Waite who lived in LeRoy, and he took unflavored Knox gelatin and figured out how to add flavor to it. Unfortunately, he wasn't sure how to sell it, what to do with it. So another businessman in town, Orator Woodward, bought the patent and the product for $450, figured out how to market it, how to sell it, had people going door to door, introducing housewives to Jell-O and the many things you could make with it, and ended up making a really good business from it. Unfortunately, Orator Woodward died in 1906, so he didn't really get to see much of the success of Jell-O, but his son Ernest and his wife Cora took over the business and kept it going, and when Ernest ended up selling the business, he sold it for $66 million.
Well, in 1985, the circus came to town. Tragically, the giraffe collapsed and died.
Oh.
The taxidermist in Caledonia was intrigued to preserving the giraffe.
Huh. Well, that's a tragic story, actually. Yeah. This was a really cool display of old ads for Jell-O, and it was organized by artists, so it was neat to flip through this and get to see the different ads that had been done. All of the displays were actually really cool. This was kind of like the molds corner. They had Jell-O jiggler molds. They had these really big Jell-O molds that were fun and newer than the huge wall of metal molds that were on the back wall. And of course, they had a sample of what a Jell-O mold could look like, and another fabulous painting, which I always thought looked like a hat.
Hey, it looks like a heart hat. It's a fish. Looks like a
eagle.
Like an eagle thing. Don't know what that. Lobster, maybe, huh?
Yeah, it looks like something else. Oh.
And squirrel.
Oh, I would love a squirrel Jell-O mold.
Huh, there's a clock.
Clock made out of one. It's very cool. Let's see, which president eats Bing cherry Jell-O salad for Thanksgiving?
Roosevelt.
Oh, Bill Clinton. Oh, they eat Jell-O in space. And Jell-O does have the same frequency of brainwaves. They did a test.
Oh, wow. So your brain is just like Jell-O.
One really random tidbit is Jell-O is the state snack of Utah, and this giant Jell-O display came from when the Olympics were held in Salt Lake City. Hood up, it's starting to rain. That was actually really cool. There's a lot of cool old ads in there,
yeah,
old Jell-O flavors, a lot of history.
Yeah, a lot of history, even not just Jell-O, just of the area too.
Yeah.
So it's like partially Historical Museum, partially Jell-O history. That's pretty neat.
It was very cool. Definitely worth it. It's only $6 for adults to get in. They have a very cool gift shop with lots of great stuff.
We got a couple flavors of Jell-O to try.
And a recipe. We're gonna make
cranberry, strawberry, and raspberry.
Yeah, and we're gonna use 2 of those to try a strawberry pretzel salad.
Sounds
so that's
good.
on the agenda for today.
Try that tonight.
Yes. So if you're ever in the LeRoy area and you want to stop by the Jell-O Gallery, we highly recommend it. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram.
And we'll see you on the trails.